Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 240.
240.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. We're going to be talking all about the Epcot Food and Wine Festival today. Not all about it, but a lot about it.
A lot about it.
And so check out MEI Travel for great deals on coming here to Florida. You don't want to come right now, though, because we have a hurricane right now. So in a few days. But we've got the Epcot Food and Wine Festival going on. We've got Halloween going on. It's not that long till Christmas. So check them out.
Festival of the Arts.
Festival of the Arts is after Christmas, but check them out.
Also check out their newsletter for all the latest travel deals.
So as we're recording this, as you can see, we're looking here at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
On a beautiful day, I might add.
It was beautiful. It's not so beautiful today. Irma is on the way in just a number of hours, so we're trying to fit this in. You know, we would have recorded probably tomorrow if we could have. So bear with us here.
Yes, if we sound a little disheveled, we've been doing
just trying to get
hurricane
ready.
Prep.
Yes. So anyway, the day we went to Epcot was not, we actually went on 2 different days, but the one where we were trying out a variety of different items was not a busy day.
Not at all.
And so here is Figment. I mean, we're talking about it's September. It's not too crowded right now in the parks.
And I love that you had a Figment Topiary back. He looked good. He has his hat on. A little different than the Flower and Garden Festival. We're going to talk, though, about Earth Eats. We got the entire menu here at Earth Eats.
And by the entire menu, just the food items. We didn't go for the Kurt Russell wine.
Right.
Wines.
Food
yes.
menu.
So we had the ricotta and zucchini ravioli, the grilled beef skewer, and the peanut butter and white chocolate mousse. I just want to say this is a very solid booth. So if you're coming here, this is more where the butterfly tent would be during the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. So there's a number of new booths this year. There's 35 total booths for 35 years of Epcot.
All 3 of them were winners for me. The beef was fantastic. It went very well with the ricotta. In the dessert, everything was good.
I thought so too. The peanut butter and white chocolate mousse. Disney is very big right now on whipped peanut butter. That's kind of what it tastes like. And so we enjoyed all of these items.
And it was a healthy portion, too. Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's a little sneak peek of the Remy's Hide and Squeak game.
A spoiler.
A little spoiler.
So,
there'll be one other. There'll only be one other spoiler.
Don't look if you're playing.
This was a quite easy one to find.
There's a lot of them this year. They brought them obviously not just into World Showcase. We didn't end up actually playing the game. We didn't pay to play the game this time just because the prize, it's a keychain and we weren't really needing a keychain.
Right.
But we still went and checked them all out.
We found every one, and once I have time, I'm going to do my usual video showing where they all are.
And there is Flavors from Fire. This is also one of the new booths this year. And Jeff tried the piggy wings. That's all that we had from this booth. And you liked it, but...
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look at the booth here. I like the design. It's, again, a completely different booth, and I think it's really cool that they really are playing up the whole fire aspect with the sculpture. I think we're going to see that sculpture, and here's a look at some of the spices and stuff like that, and here's that fire sculpture.
And the fire refers to, I guess, the spices, like the cayenne pepper and all that. Most of this stuff isn't really items that I eat, so... Anyway, there are the wings that you had.
Piggy wings.
Yes.
There's the piggy wings. They were $4.50 for, as you can see, 2 rather small wings. They were good. I did like them, but I don't think it's necessarily a good value. $2.25 per wing of those little wings. So I would probably not recommend that. I would recommend. I would like to try some of the other items because I do like the spicy flavors, but I think it's not the best deal in the festival.
And something else new this year is the Light Lab. So the Light Lab is in what used to be Communicore, Innoventions West. There's not a lot else going on in Innoventions West.
Well,
You're
not
down
far
the
from my favorite
Club
area.
Cool.
Yes, the
near
relax
Club Cool.
and recharge area in the hallway.
So this is sort of like, I don't know if you, like a black light type place. Sort of like Pandora at night. I don't know. I'm not really sure totally what the purpose of it is, except to kind of look cool and then eat things that glow in the dark.
Well, they have a thing called the Glow Nut, but it's the exact same donut that you can get anywhere else at Epcot. But
it glows.
It doesn't even glow really.
It glows in the dark.
If you eat it in this glowing area, everything glows.
Right, right. Well, I guess they create everything so it kind of glows in the dark. So again, we didn't eat anything here. We didn't drink anything here. We just kind of walked in to check it out.
My favorite part was the air conditioning.
It was good air conditioning. It was a very hot day. So there is Chef Mickey. He has been a topiary here for at least a few years. Next, we went to Hawaii, and I had heard that their passion fruit cheesecake was very good, and it also has macadamia nuts on it.
And you heard right. That was tremendous. So far, that was one of the better items. I would say, even though we're going to talk about a lot more food, that was one of the highlights for me, and I love macadamia nuts.
For the portion size, I think it was about $4. I don't have it in front of me now. It really, I thought, was a pretty good value. It's a unique dessert. It's a very tasty dessert, so I would definitely recommend that one.
And a generous amount of macadamia nuts, too. So, yeah, they don't skimp, at least not yet, on that.
So I definitely would recommend that one. Then we did not eat at Islands of the Caribbean, but we did take a walk here, and we had the Jamaican beef patty last time.
Right, and they do have that again, and it was really good. I like to show this area because it changes throughout the year. They use it for different things. At Christmas, it's used for one type of display, and here we have Dominican Republic. And Festival of the Arts, I think they even had it open.
Right, and I mean, it's not only Dominican Republic. They'll show a Cuba area, just, different amounts of signs. And really, we're looking at Irma right now, and kind of all of those islands, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
they're definitely on
there
our
I
mind.
am.
And now we are at the wine and dine section.
Well, we didn't wine and we didn't dine at this
Well, we
location.
did dine very soon, though, very close to this location.
But you should try the duck next time. That would probably be a good one.
I will do that.
So we're heading to the cheese studio, and this is where we ordered the braised beef stroganoff, and I'm a big fan of the braised beef, so
it was really good. You did not. We got
nice
knives. Didn't you even need the knife?
No, it was a very nice portion size. The meat was very good, and you like the egg noodles, although there's like cheese. I actually don't eat that much.
Yeah, we went to the cheese area because Denise doesn't like cheese.
Yes, well, I like mozzarella cheese. I like lasagna, but not whatever the cheese was on there. I didn't like quite as much, but you ate it.
So now we're going to jump ahead. Here is the actual map and the price. It's really reasonable, only $5.99 for the Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. This is the second spoiler. If you don't want to see it, fast forward for about 20 seconds or so. But I'm only showing one more, and then we'll do a video showing all of them if people are interested. And there he is, up above the Rose and Crown. They do change them every year.
And as Jeff said, it is a very good deal, and I think we get 20% off right now with our annual pass, so it only makes it about $5. Those are the keychains. I didn't really need a keychain, so we didn't do that. So,
but we eventually do it. It's just because
it's very hot.
It was hot. We wanted to really show the food this year, and that's pretty much what we did. You'll see. We're going to show a lot of food. France, one of our favorites, and of course beef bourguignon. Always have to get that. And
I want to mention the creme brulee in the past has been excellent. Like everything in France always is excellent, and this is this is probably my favorite booth on a yearly basis. The beef bourguignon has been here before. It comes with the mashed potatoes, and it's always a highlight of the festival. They also have excellent drinks. We didn't do a lot of alcohol. It was very hot. We did one little glass of wine. But the beef bourguignon here I highly recommend, and the creme brulee.
And once again, no knife was needed. It was just so tender, and very, very tasty. I loved it. I would have that. We will have that again before the festival ends.
Absolutely, and other items there as well. And we went to Hops and Barley. So they have a carrot cake here, fresh baked carrot cake. You have had the lobster roll before. We've had the smoked brisket before. We actually have had the carrot cake before. The carrot cake is very good. They serve it warm.
Well, I was going to say the lobster roll, which I have had in the past, has shrunk this year. And we are going to show you. This is quite funny. So here is a look at some of the food offerings, the beef brisket, the carrot cake, and the lobster roll. And this is the official picture. Look at those pictures, okay?
And I noticed the picture, and I'm like, okay, well, my carrot cake doesn't look like
this.
So
here's the real deal. That is the
that's
lobster roll.
Oh, this is really small.
And that is the beef item there, which is also quite small. But But this one, the carrot cake, not as small as the other two, and actually I think it's the best deal of the whole three.
So the carrot cake looks nothing like the sign, as you can see, but they gave a generous portion of the frosting, and it actually is very good. They serve it warm, and it's one of my favorite items to stop and get.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
need
good.
to see the inside. This is like the carrot cake cookie of the festival, and that's saying a lot.
I wouldn't say quite like that, but yeah, I mean, this is a very nice dessert item. So we were invited to Italy. The Italy restaurants here are from Patina Group, which would be like Morimoto Asia. There's many restaurants that Patina does. And so they also handle the Italy pavilion. So we were here, we were at Tutto Italia for an event. Tutto Italia, we were really just trying the items in the booth, plus from the Via Napoli Pizza Window.
So we're going to start with the items from the booth, and here is the calamari. Again, these are the exact items that you can get at the booth. And let me tell you, they are very generous portion sizes.
So this is a crispy calamari with spicy pomodoro sauce. And you really like that one.
It was excellent. Yeah, I would put it right up there with the one I was raving about a couple weeks ago at Buca. So it was excellent.
So this is called the Absolute Penne vodka sauce with shrimp. So you had the shrimp, and I had more of the pasta.
And this was another winner for me. The shrimp was great. It was fresh. And I love the penne alla vodka sauce they have there. So I enjoyed that as well.
So obviously I like vodka sauce. So that was a nice item for me.
You're just not a seafood fan.
Right. I mean, but a friend from Belgium calls me the pasta lady. So
yes, but you are the pasta lady. That's true.
So the next item was a beef stew with Parmesan creamy polenta. They call it Spezzatino Con Polenta. And unfortunately, I was pretty full by this time. We also had items at the Via Napoli window. This was very good though, and that could have been my favorite item of the whole time. But even though I was full, I had one of the cannolis. Yes. And it's a chocolate cannoli, and it was very good.
Like you, I was also really full at this point, but I couldn't pass up this cannoli, and I'm glad I didn't because it was excellent.
So we are in the Italy Pavilion. Via Napoli is where we usually go for the first day. Everybody probably knows this of most festivals. We are really big fans of the restaurant. So we were invited also to try out pizza window items. This is a pizza bianca. It is not like the indoor pizza. I love the indoor pizza. You like this one, though, as well.
I had never had anything like this. It's served at room temperature, and that's how it's supposed to be. I really liked it, but then I had the meatballs.
So the meatballs we really enjoyed. This comes with tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and bread. And that was one of my favorite items, too, next to the beef I mentioned earlier.
Very filling and very good, very delicious. I think I had 1.5 servings of those, too.
And this is, I believe it's called Menabrea, and this beer is like the oldest beer produced in Italy continuously.
That's right. That's right. And now we're at the donkey cart. You're going to get a nice little beverage, some orange cello, I believe.
That was really nice. Especially this is one of the hottest days of the summer. So that was really refreshing. They also have the limoncello. And also Rosa Rogali is Italian dessert wine that I found here almost 20 years ago. And I believe probably at the Food and Wine Festival. And that's something that we actually have in the fridge because I love it so much.
Hurricane recovery. And it is wonderful, wonderful wine. So our next stop was Germany. A tradition is I always get the, it comes in a pretzel roll.
A bratwurst. It's a roasted bratwurst. And it usually looks a little better than
this was the biggest disappointment. I am actually disappointed with myself that I ate this thing, and it tastes as it looks. It was very dry. It looks like it was under the lamp for much too long.
It was not a busy day, and I have a feeling that a couple of the items were like that around World Showcase. Not much. So this is one of my favorite items. We're now in Africa. The beef tenderloin tips, it is spicy. They have jalapenos in them, so I try to eat around it. But I personally think for the price, $5.25, this is one of the best values at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
And it goes nice with the jar jar too.
Yes, and I had never had that. The jar jar wine. I just had a Gico like a couple of weeks ago, and I found I'm not a red wine person, but it's not tangy like red wine normally is. But this, and it has pap in it. Pap is with the beef. And I just got to say, I would recommend both.
I just saw a hidden Mickey, by the way, in the bubbles up there. If maybe the viewers will have seen that too. I have to say it was so good to have an excellent dish like this after the disappointment of the sausage. It was so good.
It's been here for years and consistently excellent. So we went to India. I had really been looking forward to doing the breads here, and these probably had been out a little while as well. It's really just 3 small pieces of bread along with some accompaniments. Go to Sanaa.
Yeah, I would not recommend. Here's another hidden Mickey. This was a disappointment, to me.
Yeah, there's better bread service on property. Again, Sanaa, I would go there. This wasn't for the price. Go get some beef over in Africa because the beef is phenomenal. Jeff says phenomenal a lot. I do not.
Yeah, when Denise says it, you know it's true.
So I recommend that. We went over to the craft beer, but you didn't end up drinking anything. We just kind of went and looked around.
Very, very full. Again, everything you just saw, we had most of it in one day. So I was stuffed. But it was worth it to go here for all the awesome Epcot 35th displays. You can see in the background there is a slideshow. There were some images I have never seen, and I've seen quite a bit of good stuff. And this was very nice. I believe this will be a Epcot 35th center when after October 1st, which is the actual 35th anniversary day.
Well, I hope so. It was nice to be able to come in here and see a variety of artwork. Some of it's older, some of it is like very recent.
Well, we've seen the Spaceship Earth, the
many
classic,
times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, especially just recently, it was at the Festival of the Arts on the other side. But it was nice, reminiscing, seeing the living seas, and there is the original
Spaceship
land.
Earth.
No, that's the land.
Oh, is that the land?
That is the land pavilion being built.
See, I can't even see it so good from here. So that's the land.
There's the Wonders of Life,
yes.
And that little entranceway was over the Magic Kingdom entranceway at one point. There is Dreamfinder and Figment, not Ron, by the way. And Horizons, of course, one of my favorite classic Epcot attractions. And I think around the corner we are going to see, I don't remember.
Is this where Ratatouille is?
No. Can't forget World of Motion, a classic. I wish that we still had World of Motion and the current test track. And here it is, the former Universe of Energy. It is now the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And you can see the big Groot walking around, and look, there's like a little rocket.
I did not see that little rocket. I did not notice it.
I didn't notice till just now.
So there'll be a meet and greet at all times of Groot and Rocket.
Maybe it's just a child with a rocket outfit on. Like a lot of times if you look at the Tokyo photos, a lot of kids are running around in little Duffy outfits. So maybe it's like that.
Yeah, it's just concept art, but it would be very cool if there was a rocket meet and greet.
We didn't see the Ratatouille. They did have a Ratatouille also.
Right, and I could have shown that, but time constraints. Now we're going to look at merchandise. We're over at the Festival Center, the former Wonders of Life Pavilion.
Yes, and I really like a lot of the merchandise this year. The Schoolhouse Rock style is kind of growing on me.
We have to explain to some of our younger viewers what that means.
Well, there used to be Schoolhouse Rock. I think a lot of those watching will know what that is.
It was an animated series that you need to check out.
Yes, just look up Schoolhouse Rock online. But that's what this style looks like with the Figment. And at first I'm like, I don't really like that so much, but I actually like it a little bit more now, though I actually preferred a lot of the Remy merchandise.
Well, it's growing on me. I think I would like to get the pass holder Tervis of it, if anything. And I think it'll be I already know that it's popular because as we've been walking around the festival, I see so many people wearing this stuff.
I like the mugs. I like the Tervis. We always get the Tervis. We probably have like 25 Tervis mugs.
Well,
now.
I like how the handle is Figment's tail. That's very nice designed.
You know what? I hadn't even thought of that. And you have Figment as a chef as well.
And what does Figment cook anyway? What is his dish?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they should have a dish that Figment has prepared, one would think.
And considering that the Imagination there's been rumors that it might become like an Inside Out attraction, it'll be interesting to see what part Figment still plays here.
Well, you know what part he plays? Merchandising.
He does.
Because he is the king of Epcot merchandising, especially for the food and wine. Every year, more and more more and more Figment, although there is some traditional classic stuff. Here you have some Alice paintings there, and there's Dooney. Well, of course, there's Figment on
and
the Doonies.
And he's a topiary. He's been a topiary all year round this year. Festival of the Arts, the same topiary flower and garden. Now we have Chef Figment that we saw earlier.
You know, obviously I'm not a purse type person, but these are great designs. I quite like this.
I do too. I'm not a purse type person either. I'm a backpack. I always have my backpack on. But like if I was a purse person,
yeah,
I'd like that.
if you're gonna spring a good chunk of money,
couple $100
that's
or more.
That's one I would get. I do like this shirt. I'm still thinking about it, and I probably will end up getting the Tervis because we're suckers for Tervises.
I do. I love and purple and Tervis. And once you have that, then that's something I'll want. And then there's pins. I don't think we got any pins this year. And there's another mug that I want as well. And I think that was a Ratatouille mug. A Remy.
I think we didn't get merchandise because, cross our fingers, we'll still be going to California in a few very short days.
We'll
weather
see.
Permitting.
Oh my gosh. We're right down to the wire on California. We've been talking about that. And I'm so much looking forward to, the kickoff of Halloween there, but I'm not sure yet. It's Saturday. We're supposed to leave very early Wednesday morning. The airport's closed through maybe Tuesday. So we'll see, we'll see what happens.
So now we're looking at one of your favorite areas of all the festival, the chocolate display.
So this is in the Ghirardelli area where you can get a free chocolate, but Disney chefs create these incredible chocolate displays. And there is Pua, and you've got Hey Hey, these little guys, I forgot their names, but there's two different Moana ones.
Well, here's the second Moana one.
This one has Maui and actually Moana. Really just very talented chefs, as we all know. And there's Pua again. But in this one, Hey Hey is really tiny, maybe a centimeter tall.
It's very hard to see. It's hard to see Hey Hey. But everything you're looking at here, everything is made out of chocolate. That's the thing. It's just amazing.
And then you have the Wreck-It Ralph. You have Vanellope. And really, I don't know if this is my favorite. They're just all excellent. There's 5 or 6 of them. 2 Moana displays this year. So I found that interesting, and they're both very different.
And each individual display case here is air conditioned. And I remember last year, one of them had a problem and it started to melt.
Yes.
So it was a good thing we had seen it early.
Well, and we had thought that maybe they wouldn't be able to fix them, but they were, and then they were able to stay there the rest of the time, which was great.
So they check your ID, your actual photo ID and your pass, and you can get one of these nice buttons. Holder. Yes, an annual pass holder button. So there's 3 in total. We have the very first one with Remy.
We thought we were in line for a smoothie, and then they're like, oh, you need your ID. And it's like, what do I need my ID for? But then we ended up with our buttons.
Anyway, believe it or not, that is another show.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe that's another show. Hopefully we'll be able to squeeze another show in to put up while we're away.
If we're away. I don't even know if we're going to be able to, because we may be out of power and such. But anyway, thanks to MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. Please check them out. They have been in business for 20 years at this point, and they can help you with your Disney trips. Not only Disney, well, there's so much Disney, but also Universal and
cruises, everything.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere you want to go, they can help you with, and we really appreciate their sponsorship, and we'd like to continue that. So definitely check them out. And I just want to go to California as well. So
yeah, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to talk about anything that's coming up, even though that's what we normally do. Let's just cross our fingers. And we're going to do the traditional thing that everyone hears. We're going to hunker down for the next couple days. And hopefully we'll be safe and we'll get through this thing.
Yeah, and right now there's, if you looked outside, it's starting to get a little windy and a little rainy. I guess the worst of the storm is supposed to come out by here as long as it stays on course in about 36 hours or so. So it's going to get progressively worse until then, unless it turns. And right now it looks like it's coming.
So thanks again, everyone. We do appreciate all the concerned comments on our Facebook and Twitter and all that. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, it'll be the week after. Have a great week, and we'll see you all soon.
Have a great week.